Welcome back. I've had a couple students ask me if they can upgrade Galaga and get one of these bees to fly in a pattern and circle and dive, kind of do that dive bombing pattern. So what I need is somebody in the class who's good at doing the coordinates and can send me their engineering design paper, because I don't have access to it right now. And I need them to send me all the coordinate points, and then I will figure out the degree facings, headings of the fly. And what I'm going to do is load those up into an array, and then the timer is going to run the dive. So if I could get somebody to submit that engineering design paper for all 4 classes, just give me somebody like Joey Tabolt and Selena had a good one, or Srijana had a good one, or Sammy Davis, or any of you guys. If you guys, or Owen Howard, if you guys could take some time, figure out your engineering design paper, show me all the coordinate points that bee has to travel to. Remember, the left-hand coordinate point right here is where you want it to go. So right now, you can see this guy is at 4070. See this one right here? This guy's at 4070. This guy is at 170. This guy's at 160.70. This guy's at 220.70. So you can see I went up by 60. This guy is at 4120. This guy's at 100.120. Still going up by 60. 160.120. 220.120. So you're going to take all these coordinate points and you're going to log about 20 or 30 coordinate points around here and where you want them to go. And then I'm going to have the bee, or the fly, I'm going to have the fly face the direction of how you want it to turn. And then what we're going to do is we're going to put in a timer in here. So let's go ahead and do that now. I think it's a sensor. Yes, it is. So we're going to put in a timer. Let's rename this guy Clock Dive Fly Pattern. Okay, so we're going to use the clock to dive fly the pattern. And the clock is going to run, and as it runs, it's going to just go through that array. Second number 1, it's going to go to the first X and Y coordinates of the array. So I can show you this real quick. So now what we're going to do in here is, let's come down here. We got some room, okay? So what we're going to do down here is we're going to create some arrays. All right, so we're going to have 3 of these, actually. We're going to have coordinate X, and this is going to be a list. All right, so we're going to make a list. All right. And then, so now we have to start putting in the X and Y coordinates in here. So where was my fly? Do you remember? This guy was at 4070. So this guy is going to start at 40. All right. Now we're going to copy and paste this. Okay, and now this is not going to be the coordinate X. This is going to be coordinate Y. It's going to be the Y coordinates for the B. Okay, and remember, this guy was not at 40. This guy was at 70. Okay, so, and then you're just going to expand this all the way out. Okay, so you're just going to go into here, right? And you're just going to put, there's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, just a bunch of these. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And I don't know how many you're going to come up with. I'm going to do 20, 15, 16. Let's drag this guy up. 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay. All right. So actually, just going to throw this guy away. And then I'll do the same thing over here. Okay, and I'll make this guy the 70. Okay, now over here, we need another one. So we're going to duplicate this guy again, okay, and heading degrees value, okay. So now you're going to say, okay, well, maybe this guy starts out at 0 degrees, okay, and then you're going to say, I can tell you this right now, I can do the next one, okay. So this guy's facing it. So maybe you want him to face, let's see, 90 is facing north. You want him to tilt a little bit to the left and start to dive. So a left is going to be between 180 and 90. It's 135. So this guy's going to be 135. All right, it's going to start to tilt. It's going to start to tilt. And then, so, and then you're just going to go down here, and then maybe it rotates more to 180 degrees. All right. And then I wish I could copy these blocks. Okay. And then maybe it rotates more to 200 degrees. I don't know. I mean, we're going to have to work on this. We're going to have to get a sophisticated pattern for that bee to fly up and start to tilt to the left and start to dive. And now it's going to start to nosedive. So when it's nosediving, right, I know that guy should be facing a 270. It should be facing 270. So when you're facing down, you should be facing 270. All right, and then when you start to face to the left, maybe you start coming. So we're going to fill all these in. I need somebody to go 40, 70, and then start with the degree measures. And so you're just going to take this guy right here, right? Let's see if it has a heading on here. Yeah, so its heading is 0 degrees. So let's say I wanted to turn this guy. Let's turn him to 135. Okay. See if I can start heading to 135. All right. I don't think it's going to do much here. It didn't. I thought it was going to turn him, but it's not. All right. But we're going to have to do that with code to make him head in code. And then we're going to do that with so did we ever have a game clock in here? Okay, so we never did do a game clock in here. So let's go create a game clock. Clocks are great. You guys can see why clocks are so important. So clock, game time. All right, we'll go into here. So we're going to go ahead and start our game time. Okay, so we're going to set that to true. Okay, and I'll come down here where I was before and start writing some code for that. All right, so we're going to fill that in. So let's go create a variable called game time. Okay, that variable is going to set to 0. And then you're going to go into here, into game time. As that guy's ticking, set the game time. Game time +1. Okay, and now we're going to do an if statement. All right, so let's say something like modulus equals to, let's find a modulus in here. So we're going to say something like if the game time, let's say every 30 seconds. So I'm going to go every 30 seconds if so when you divide the game time by 30, and when it gets to 30 seconds, you're going to turn on the dive bomb. So you go down here. Okay. Notice that clocks are cool. You can do like dates and times and hours and all that cool stuff in here. Seconds. Here is the now time. That's just time over your computer right here. So I want this guy to start flying. Okay. I want this guy to start flying. Okay, and then all we're going to do is go over here to your dive time. Okay. And we're going to set that first fly, X and Y. There's his heading, right? So we're going to set its X. Okay, and then we're going to set it to our list. Okay, what's our list? What's the name of our list? So our list was called what? The X coordinates. All right, and then you're going to go in here and you're going to set its Y to be the Y coordinates. And then you're going to set its heading in the direction that you want to its head degrees value. Okay. And so as this runs, and we're going to do this kind of quickly, right? So I'm going to go into your interval here, and I don't know, maybe 250. I have it run 4 times per second. Okay, so that's 4 frames per second. Have this run 4 frames per second. It's going to click through here 4 frames per second. So you have that run for 5, 6, 7 seconds, or do the math on that. So it would probably run for, let's see, we did 20 blocks. So that's 4 frames per second at 20. That's going to run for 5 seconds and then turn off. Okay. So you could do an else if here. Okay. So if game time equals 5. Actually, it wouldn't equal 5, would it? Because this is going to go 4 frames per second. So 4 times 20 is 80. No, that's not going to be 80. It's going to be 20. I'm sorry. We got 20 coordinates. So when that gets to 20, that should stop. I'll have to play with that, think through that logic, but I think that's logic's right. So we want to go to 20 clicks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 20, right? So when that gets to 20, then just turn this guy off, and the dive is over. All right, so I hope that helps. Let's get this in. I need somebody to enter in a engineering design paper with all the coordinates on it. Let me see if I can see somebody's in here. See if I got any good ones in here. Okay, so here's Selena's, right? We need this with all these coordinates going down here. Nobody's submitting this. I need this submitted, okay? Submitted with the dive pattern in there. All right. I don't know if Sammy did. I haven't really seen anybody do it yet. So I need somebody to do it so I can take your coordinate points and put them into the program. All right, you guys do it, you get it done, and I will put the video, continue a video part 2. Have a good one. Keep calm. Code on. Stay healthy. Drink a lot of honey, lemon, water with ginger in it. And we'll talk to you soon. Bye.